back. It is still Wednesday, January 6, 2015. This is still the end of the world, and the morning edition on it on I-24 News. Last I checked, I am still Hillel Fuld. Thank you for staying with us. I want you to sing with me. It's the end of the world as you know it.
And you look great.
I love it. Yes. Okay, ka-ching. But, okay, this is a new item, and it's actually a very exciting one and a happy one. More than 150,000 people will be attending this year's International Consumer Electronics Show, or CES, everything in tech has initials, taking place in Las Vegas this week. Sin City is transforming into a startup city, with high-tech companies displaying their shiny new toys in the city's massive convention center. And among the trends this year are the growing appetite for 4K televisions, I have no idea what that is, autonomous cars, wearable and smart devices, including a vast array of connected household items, and the growth of 3D printers, again, don't know what that is, robotics and drones. Among the hundreds of big-name exhibitions will be booth dedicated to Israel's thriving innovation sector, highlighting the Holy Land's high-tech prowess. To discuss the show and its Israeli angle, we are joined in studio by tech guru Hillel Fuld.
Correct.
Okay, I'm pronouncing your name right. You're the Chief Marketing Officer at Zula. Love that name. And also a tech blogger at Google.
I'm actually a mentor at Google and Microsoft Accelerator in Israel.
Google has mentors?
Yeah, they have an accelerator for startups.
For startups, okay. And so you're the person to talk to about this exactly, and thanks for coming here. Now, before we begin this, I want to take a closer look at some of the goodies that are displayed at the convention in Vegas. So let's take a look and break it down from there. Okay, Hillel, I'm looking at that. I want to drink. But what is, I mean, what is going to be introduced there, okay? What are the things that are most exciting from the Israeli companies that are attending the Vegas convention?
So as we have our storm here in Tel Aviv and in Israel, there's a storm of Israeli startups there in CES.
Nicely put.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm a natural.
Yeah, it almost sounded like you. And?
And it's actually not surprising, being that Israel has more entrepreneurs per capita than any other place in the world, and we're a tiny little country with endless innovation, so that's no surprise to anyone. But there are several startups there that are doing unbelievable things. Companies like StoreDot, which have kind of cracked the whole, I guess, pain point that we all experience of phones and their battery life. So they're able to charge batteries within seconds. It's a new technology, and they have, you know, this unbelievable team of PhDs.
And we, the Jews, invented that.
Of course we did.
Okay.
Many other companies, Sensible is another company that have kind of taken the old air conditioning that we're all familiar with and made it a smart air conditioning.
How?
With a little thing you put on it to enable it to be connected, and you know, the next gen of technology is smart devices and the Internet of
so
Things.
Like an air conditioner that starts up the second it realizes it's too cold or warm?
It learns your patterns of behavior.
Wow.
Actually, Google recently acquired a company called Nest, which is a home thermostat, which is the same concept. It learns, you know, come in the house, it turns it on automatically.
But you know what scares me about that? It's like, it's when my iPhone started singing U2 at me. You know, Bono was yelling a song at me.
They installed the...
Exactly, but without asking me. So I'm wondering if smart devices like, you know, an air conditioner...
It's obviously configurable. You can decide how you want it to, how much you want it to learn. But two companies that stand out, that are truly unbelievable companies, are Zuta Labs and UMove.
Okay.
Both companies, I'm actually an advisor there. Zuta Labs is truly, I mean, you might just fall out of your chair here, because what they've done is they've taken a look at...
Right, yes, I'm sitting down.
Sit down.
Yeah.
They've taken a look at the printer, right? All of our offices have been revolutionized. You're holding a phone. That is now your computer, except for the printer, right?
Right.
The printer is this big, bulky device.
True.
And they said, why is that? And the reason is because you have to put a piece of paper inside. And they said, but why do you have to put a piece of paper inside? And so what they did was, are you sitting down?
I am. Hold on.
They built a mobile pocket printer using robotics, with which you put the paper on a table, and the printer walks on the paper and prints.
Oh, come on. Wow.
I want one now.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And they actually opened up the pre-orders.
Christmas is over. So wait, the paper's on the table, the machine's going to go off.
They're going to walk on the paper and print.
Wow.
No.
You can see it in action on sutalabs.com, and they've actually opened pre-orders yesterday at CES. And
hold on. We're looking at some. There we go. Look at that.
It's unbelievable.
Wow. Oh my God.
I want one very much.
And that eventually, from looking at that small device, that's something that ultimately, and correct me if I'm wrong, ultimately something like that can also be installed as an application on your phone, and your phone will be able to print things?
Well, that's what it's for, mobile printing, exactly.
Mobile printing.
It's not really intended to replace the 300-page document. It's not going to print that. It's for when I'm lying in bed, I need to print a page from my bank, or I'm in the car, I need to print something.
Yeah.
On-the-go mobile printing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
It's really unbelievable because they have some real robotics experts behind it. And the truth is, many were skeptical. Can you really do this? Does it know when to end? Is it straight? But it's working. It's working beautifully.
It's working. So it looks like it's working beautifully. How fast is this thing? Just wondering.
So this is right now in prototype stage. So it's taking longer. But the end is that it's going to print it at almost.
I'm asking the question to every layman's person who's not as educated like you would. Like, I really want this page printed now, rather than be sitting there looking.
It's not a matter of minutes. It's a matter of seconds. It's probably not as quick as the state of the art printer that prints in
Yeah.
But it's getting there. It's unbelievable. And the other. It's $199 pre-order.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
When it goes retail, it's going to be $249, but now for pre-order, it's $199.
But hold on, I have a surprise for you, because we are joined now from Vegas, baby. Okay? And it's joining us from Vegas.
The next company, YouMove.
Yeah. Coming up live from Vegas right now. Joining us are the YouMove guy, Jack Gottsman. Jack Gottsman, good morning to you. Jack.
How's it going?
It's going well. I'm assuming Jack is with us via phone, isn't he?
Yes, we're Skyping via phone.
Or maybe... we lost them. Okay. Yeah, Vegas, baby, Vegas. Okay.
So there are a lot of people that are using their connectivity, so maybe...
You know what, let's save the YouMove guys, though, and you tell me what YouMove is.
YouMove is another, truly unbelievable company. And if you think about, where all the technology is going, it's all, becoming... contextual technology. It learns you, like we were talking about before. One of the things is gesture tracking and eye tracking, face tracking. It learns, we all know the Kinect and the Wii, all these things tracks your movements. They've taken it to the next level. With any mobile phone with a front-facing camera, they can now track your eyes in real time. Precision like you wouldn't even believe. And now the application of this technology...
why do we want that?
Great question. So the application of this technology is across verticals. So for example, the way advertising is measured today, right? You see an ad. The way it's measured is impressions, right? If I load a web page, the assumption is I saw your ad, but we know we're blind to ads. We ignore them.
That's the click-through rate.
But if you can see my eyes, you can say, wait, he liked or she liked that ad. We'll serve him better ads now based on his eyes or her eyes.
Ooh.
That's one.
Blade Runner.
Yes.
The second thing, and this is what they're taking. This is where they're going with it, is medical. So people who have focus issues, right? It's hard for them to concentrate. Now, with their new application that they're releasing next week, they'll say to you, look at the bluebird. You look, and if you look away, it says, no, concentrate. And it helps you increase your concentration and focus. Think of ADD. The next generation, what's next is even more unbelievable, because today, strokes and all kinds of other mental conditions and medical conditions in general are cured and diagnosed using eye tracking today, but it's done with very expensive hardware.
Now that I find optimistic and great. If there is some sort of a device that can track your eyes for medical
It's not device.
Not device. Sorry.
It's software. It's
software, exactly. Software, I'm from the 80s. If it's software, then, that has a medical purpose, great. But what you described a second ago, isn't this just another tool for advertisements? So
that's a great question. The answer is, first of all...
and I'm going to, yid this up, is to stuff more things down our way.
Okay, so that's a great question. And I'll answer you first. First, I'll answer you philosophically.
Please.
And then I'll answer you strategically.
Okay.
Philosophically speaking, I don't know how old you guys are, but if we go back to our childhood...
20.
All right, 20, perfect. We go back to our childhood and we remember advertising. Advertising used to be an engaging thing. I'd read Sports Illustrated sometimes for the ads. They were actually exciting. Comes along the mobile phone and we ruin advertising with these little banners. So if you can bring advertising back to, being engaging and appealing, which is what you
could sell more. Come on, you could
not
sell
about
more.
selling more. You can cater to the user, because at the end of the day, you use applications on your phone.
Yeah.
Someone made that application, right?
Yeah.
You didn't pay for them. Most people don't pay for apps. We download it for free. So think about the guy who made it. How does he make money? At the end of the day, that person's spending years, sometimes years, sometimes months, making that.
One has to be realistic.
If you have the ability to advertise, but targeted advertising and effective advertising without annoying the user,
right?
That's a win-win.
True.
So if you can look at a person's
and
eyes.
this is a capitalistic
But the
business
truth is,
world.
their focus as a company is not advertising. Now they're talking about healthcare. They're talking about helping people with focus and concentration, and that's world changing.
No, listen. I mean, this is fascinating stuff. At a certain point, one day you will explain 3D printing to both me and Tony Grant. Hold on, it's coming up. But you are locked in studio, as we said. There is this convention in Vegas. It's amazing, and Israeli startup companies are really making a splash over there. But stick with us as we're moving ahead.